Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another. Well, welcome, first of all, welcome back to my channel, That Model Railway Guy, and welcome to another live stream. We just about got there. I just about managed to get the words out. Yes, as you may have seen, a little bit of a technical hitch right at the beginning there. Thank you to the moderator for letting you guys all know while I was busy running around and sorting wires out. Uh, Literally was just getting ready to go, and all of a sudden the audio interface that I'm using to run all the microphones just suddenly went down. So you would have been able to hear everything. You would have been able to see everything. You just wouldn't have been able to hear me. Some of you may think that that's actually a particularly good thing. Now, on the subject of sound, I am testing out a new microphone tonight. That was nothing to do with why the audio interface and everything went down. But I'm now testing out a microphone. I'm wearing a wireless microphone now. So obviously it's a bit difficult for me to tell. Well, it sounds great to me when I put the headphones on and I monitor everything. Sounds fine, but do let me know if it's too quiet, if I'm too loud, if I'm distorting. Yeah, let me know in the chat. I'm keeping an eye on that. As I say that at the beginning of every single, stream. We've got a few things to get through today, but we are basically going to run some trains today. I'm going to say, as always, you can send it in a super chat if you want. And these will, basically, if you want me to run a specific loco, send in a super chat with your request, and I will run that loco for you. So, yeah, that's the first thing to say. Actually, I shall, while I'm on the subject of super chats, I shall show you this is the roster that we have with all the different engines that you can choose from. So it's the same as it has been for a while. I haven't DCC chipped any. I haven't put any decoders in any more locos yet. So it's still the same roster. Oh, hello there. We've got a super chat already. I can't actually see that on the screen there. Let's go to another shot. We can hopefully see that a bit better there. But Kelly Ashford has donated £5 already. Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. And she says, can you run the J72 with a goods train? I think we can manage that. Absolutely, yes. Well, yeah, you might just be able to see me wiggling around sort of at the top, the top left of your screen there. So, yes, well, that is my leg anyway. Well, yes, I have the J72 in the goods yard. Well, I say the goods yard, in the fiddle yard, rather. Let me bring up the app on my iPad so that I can run the trains, because that would be helpful. Oh, wow, we've got so many people in the chat already. That's fantastic. We've got 30 people watching. That's amazing. Loads and loads and loads of things going on. Evan Terry says the microphone is a bit quiet and distorting a little. Okay, that's odd, because it should only do one or the other, really. That's I don't know quite. Tell you what, I try moving it away from my face slightly, and then I'm kind of messing around with it. Let me know if this is sounding awful. And then if I just turn it up a little bit on the audio interface, let me know how that sounds. Right. I said I would get the J72 out for Kelly. We have some extra cameras today as well. So let me show you this first of all. So you can see we've got a couple of extra sort of new looking angles here, and hopefully I'm going to remember to use these multi-camera shots a bit more often, because it makes switching cameras on the fly a bit easier. Well, it means I don't have to do it really. So the J72 is currently on the way out of the fiddle yard now. It should be appearing on that top right screen, just going under the bridge there. There we go, and you should see it in a second, coming round the corner. I'm just faffing around with the point. So it's running light at the moment, Kelly, but don't worry, I've got a goods train which I'm planning to add it to. So coming round the curve there. Running a little bit slow. This one's the J72 has been playing up a little bit recently. I don't know why. It's been a bit weird, but you can see it now coming into the top left screen there. And actually, let's go to that shot which has suddenly disappeared. Okay, never mind. We will go to right. I've got to investigate why that's not working. Oh, I haven't flipped the points. There we go. Let me just bring the J72 into here. And yeah, it is running. It's running a little bit odd, shall we say. Is that camera in focus is the main thing. That's what I'm going to ask. I'm just messing around with the ISO. Yeah, everything's a bit sort of all over the place today. So let me, well, I was going to use my fancy new camera angle, but unfortunately that seems to have stopped working, which I can sort out in a second. But while I do that, let me go to, not that one, that's the one that doesn't work. Let me go to this shot instead. So it's looking from a bit further away. Now I have a goods train here, a little coal train here, And I think it's got the Ruston in front of it. So let me just we'll move the. Oh no, I've run the Ruston the wrong way. Never mind. Hang on. Let me sort it out. I've got my little coupling hook. I was told I need to have my coupling hook because this makes it a lot easier rather than having to see. Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello. Ah, there we go. Right, I've got some things bleeping for me now. Right, hopefully you can now hear me again. Apologies, I may have been a bit overambitious with all the things that I'm trying to run today. So yeah, well, we know at least then that the wireless microphone system didn't work, or rather, it did work, but for a bit, but the computer couldn't handle it. So back to the drawing board on that one. Right, okay. I am now running through the audio on my laptop, so apologies if the sound is a little bit dodgy. I also seem to have lost some of the cameras as well, which is really annoying. Although, actually, that said, it is back now. So, anyway, you can see the J72 on screen there. But if I go back to this camera here, hopefully that will stay up for a bit. I'm just going to wave my hand in front of it to see. Oh no, it's got it. Oh no, yeah. Hello, right. Is it back? There we go. Right, you can see me now. Oh, blimey. Right. Okay. What a start to a live stream. So. There we go. Right, I'm getting the Ruston moving. You can just about see that moving. Oh, and it's stopped on the points. Right, that, I don't know why, but that camera does not want to work. It's been really annoying today. This is a real shame because everything was working really well to start off with. Right, we'll move the Ruston down here. It's just coming towards the camera now. There we go. Oh, Kelly Ashford has donated another £2 through the super chat. Oh, she's put a super sticker in. That's awesome. Oh, I like the look of that. That's just cool. I wish I could show that on the screen, but I can't actually. But you guys can all see it in the chat. That is fantastic. Right, so tell you what. Right, so I've got. I'm in a bit of a muddle, if I'm honest, guys. Right, so let me go back to station. Here we go. You can see the J72 there. And we can run this backwards to pick up that good strain. And I realise that this isn't the best shot for it, but hopefully... there we go, right, nice smooth coupling there. I realise you can't really see it that well. The Evening Star 92 says, the camera is as unreliable as the Terrier. Yes, indeed. Okie doke, right, let's get this moving. I have just realised I have no way to run the engine round on this, so this could be an interesting one. Let's go back to the station just as this comes into shot here. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to have to do is a little bit of shunting, which I know you guys will like. Okay, so we've got a train there in platform 1. And so what I'm going to do with that is dispatch it with, well, I guess I'm going to have to get a loco out to do that, aren't I? So let's go back to the yard shot here, and if you look towards the left of your screen, you should hopefully just be able to see the J15 making its way out of the shed any second now. Oh, I can see it, but you can't because it's hidden by the shed. Oh, there it is. It's just appearing on the camera. And I'm only picking this one because it was the nearest one I had to hand, and I know it's a good, reliable runner as well. So, so there we go. I do like this shot though. It's right on the other side of the layout and zoomed in. It gives you sort of a nice look down the station. There we go. A little bit of a dodgy coupling there. Right, so I'm fairly quickly going to get rid of it. Well, dispatch this train. Actually, let's tell you what. Now, let's be a bit ambitious. No, let's not. I was going to be ambitious, but then I decided against it. Okay, so here goes the J15, rather lovely J15. And we'll just go back to this shot briefly so that we can see it taking the coaches out of the station, and that will allow us to run round the J72 can then run round the loop and connect onto the other side of that goods train, which is fantastic. That's what we want. And hopefully you get a bit more of a perspective of the railway here and sort of how it all links up, how big it is. See, when it works, everything is great, isn't it? Fantastic, right. So I've just got that into, I realised I was just looking at it in the, I was looking at it in the, on the screen, but it's in the fiddle yard now, and you guys can't see that. Right, let's go back to the station then. And I'm just going to use my little coupling hook. There we go. Just going to couple that. And I realised that because I'm now running through the audio on my. Oh, hello. Right, the Okay, give me 2 secs, guys. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just sorting out trains. Tell you what, let's go to this shot here. You can see the J72 in the head shunt. There it is. Nice close-up shot for you there, Kelly. Although, as I say, it is being a little bit jumpy tonight. And here it comes now, the J72. Round to the other end of the loop. And we'll just flip that point so that it can meet up to the other end of the goods train. There we go. Let me get it running again. Now this is the point that it doesn't like, so let's see if it makes it over it. Ooh, it struggled, but it got there eventually. It did manage it. And that's me just faffing around with the controller. There we go. Right, I do realise that the brake van is at the wrong end. We're going to kind of just have to live with that. Hello, who's that? Radislaw Sasha, hello! Ah, great to see you. They've donated. Radislaw Sasha has donated £5 and has said happy 3.5 thousand. Thank you so much. Do you want to stick? I know you've done this before, but do you want to stick in a request, an engine to request? As before, here is the roster. We've got the J72 on the line at the moment for Kelly Ashford, who wanted to see that pulling a goods train. So we're just about to dispatch that. But yeah, let me know in the comments, Radislaw, and I will keep an eye out for your request. Oh, apparently the head shunt camera didn't come on. Oh, interesting. It's showing on my screen. Weird. Okay. Right. Well. We shall sort something there, but let's go back to this shot for the moment. Sorry, I'm getting messages from the mods, that's why. And I'm getting little bits and pieces every so often. Anyway, we're running The J72 is just departing now with its good train. You might be able to see. Oh, and it doesn't like that point. Yeah, I had a feeling it wouldn't. There we go. Let's get it going. Oh, come on, come on. Right, I might have to give it a bit of extra speed, which I have to admit I didn't want to do because I've still not sorted everything out in the fiddle yard yet, and I've got quite a lot of things all over the place. So I'm now hurriedly trying to sort everything out so that I'm not blocking any other points. Right, I think I've got that sorted. Hopefully you should now be able to see the J72 running through the lovely countryside there, coming up towards the bridge. I've started calling this, I think I mentioned this on the last live stream, I've started calling this bridge, I've started calling this bridge Barton Bridge. I don't know why, I just like the sound of that name. Those cameras are really going all over the place tonight. Is that right? Yeah, I think I forgot to switch to cameras, and then when I tried to do it all at once, it didn't like it. Yeah, things are sort of not behaving as they should be tonight, which is not great. I don't know why, because it was all working absolutely fine earlier on. I might have to do a little bit of sort of updating things on the fly. Right, so I'm going to do, speaking of updating things on the fly, I'm going to try the audio interface again. I'm not going to try the wireless microphone again. I don't think it was the wireless microphone that did it. I think it was... Oh, right. Those cameras just keep flipping in and out. I don't know why. But let's go back to this one. So, let's go to here. I'm going to switch some things off. So actually, I'm not going to use the camera. Right. Little bit of a test here. Apparently, the head shunt... Apparently the head shunt camera wasn't working, so I'm just going to do a bit of a test here. A very scientific test, I say, which I'm going to switch to the head shunt shot and then wave my hand around in front of it. No, it's not come on, it's just disappeared, hasn't it? I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, everything is just sort of like messing up for me today. Okay, right. Well, we're running on sort of. Yeah. Oh, you couldn't make it up, could you? Right. So I'm messing around with cameras and stuff again now. Okay. Right. That one has stopped charging for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Oh, interesting. Right, iTunes has just randomly opened and has told me that I require an update to use my phone as a camera, which is the head shunt camera. Fantastic. That's right what I needed in the middle of a live stream, isn't it? Brilliant. Okay. Right, so what cameras have we actually got left? I'm just going to scroll through some of these. Right, we can get rid of that one. I'm just getting rid of anything that we don't need, anything that I don't need on my end because it's not going to work. Okay, I think we still have a decent amount of shots. Oh. Radislaw Sosha has said, feel free to run whatever is most requested today by others. Oh, thank you so much for that, Radislaw Sosha. Right, everyone, get in the chat. Let me know what you guys want to see today. And if I see lots of locos, if I see lots of the same loco popping up, that'll be the loco I run. So you've got a bit of time now. Again, if anyone else wants to send in a super chat, then do feel free to do so. Now, what was I going to do? Well, I've got that J15 that I was running earlier, so I guess I'll run that back in again with some of the coaches that it had earlier on. But I've taken that all off the track so that I can make space for the, so that I could make space for the J72 when that came into the yard. But it's all right. I'm putting it all back on the track now. I'm very disorganised today, everybody. Well, actually, no, I'm not. Everything was perfectly organised and was doing really, really well. And then I pressed the go live button, and then it all went horribly wrong. So I don't know why. I am thinking about getting a new computer, which will hopefully alleviate some of these problems. Because I was trying to edit a video last week, and honestly, it took me about 3 days to edit this video because I kept running into problems. It doesn't. I should say it doesn't normally take me 3 days to edit a video. Right. So unfortunately, I think all the well, let's go back to this shot. We'll brave this and see if this works. But we've got the I've got the J72 coming around now, and hopefully this will all work. Everyone cross your fingers, please. I'm being kept busy today. Just making sure all the points are set to the right direction. Oh, we've got another super chat. Oh, Kelly Ashford again. Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. She says, try the Terrier with some four-wheeled coaches. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's try that. I've got the Terrier somewhere. Oh, my phone is now buzzing in the background, so who knows what's going on there. And I should probably stop this engine before it runs out of space. There we go. Just bringing that one nicely to a halt there. Okie doke. I think maybe what I should do at some point is do like a deliberate test live stream. You know, not one for a specific milestone or anything. You know, just do one where I test all the different equipment and everything. Right. Sorry, I'm just running around with various different bits and pieces. I'm going to try the head shunt. The head shunt shot again. And maybe we'll get lucky with it. And then we'll definitely get the Terrier out for you, Kelly. Right, it's showing on my screen now. I'm hoping it's showing on your screen. I'll do the scientific test again. Is waving my hand in front of the camera. Right, it's working on my screen. Hopefully the mods can let me know if that's okay. Anyway, I'll carry on as if it is for the moment. So, let me... blimey, chat is moving so quickly today, I can barely keep up with it. As soon as I go to answer a question, more pop up immediately. Right, so I need to uncouple the J15. There we go. Right, that's uncoupled. We'll run the J15 round the loop, and then we will get the... What will we do? We'll get the Terrier out with some four-wheeled coaches. I've only got one four-wheeled coach, Kelly, so I hope that's all right. But I've got the... I do have the... what do you call it? I've got the Hornby six-wheeled coaches. They'll do, won't they? They sort of look like four-wheeled coaches. Similar sort of style. Let me go back to this shot here. I can see that the head shot shunt. I can't try saying head shunt shot 3 times quickly. It's not easy. I can barely even say it once. But I'm hearing that camera is now working, which is good. So I don't know why it suddenly had a bit of a wobbling. I think maybe I just tried to overload the computer with too many cameras and microphones and bits and pieces. Well, I'm going to stick on this shot because I just realised that the where I've positioned those carriages, you can't actually see the J15 in the station shot. So we'll stay on this one for the moment. And let's go to this shot here. Right now, like I said, Kelly, you said earlier on that that you wanted to see the J72, which is great. Thank you so much for that super chat. Like I mentioned, the J72 is a bit of an odd runner. Coincidentally, so is the Terrier. It's not a great runner for some reason. Well, no, actually, sometimes it's a great runner, and then sometimes it's really awful. But hopefully today it'll be a good one. It seems to be behaving at the moment, although that said it's not gone over any points yet. But it's coming out of the fiddle yard now, and it seems to be working. There you go. Hopefully you can see it now coming around the corner. My Terrier is Stepney in the improved engine green, Stradley's improved engine green. Yes, I know it's not really green. It's more of a kind of a browny orange, but I quite like it. There's that sort of, I don't know if it's true or not, but the people often say that it's because Stradley was colourblind or something like that. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but it's a nice thing to believe, isn't it? Or it's certainly funny if it is. Right, so there we go. There is the Terrier. We'll run that round in a minute. So I'm going to have to make some more space again in the fiddle. Oh no, actually it's all right. Now that I've run that tray now, we're all good. I can run the J15 out. The J15 is getting a lot of work today, which is absolutely fine because I love running it. Super chat. Oh, let me. We're going to miss the that because of the super chat sign, but let's go to that so you can see the J15. Kelly Ashford again says Stepney is a Thomas character. Indeed, he is. Yes. I have to say, I think he might be one of my my favourite Thomas characters actually. Hence why I got the Hornby Terrier. But yes, and also he's an actual. You probably know already, but he's most of you probably know already. Stepney is an actual real engine. He's not just from Thomas, who currently resides at the Bluebell Railway. You can go and see him. And I've actually stood on the footplate of Stepney, of the real Stepney, because I visited the Bluebell Railway last year in that brief period where we weren't in lockdown. And I had a look around the engine shed there. You can go on the footplate of Stepney, so or at least you could on that day. So I've stood on Stepney's footplate, which was sort of like a little bit of a boyhood dream come true, really. I was standing inside one of the characters from Thomas, so yeah, it was fantastic. I was talking to somebody the other day who knows a bit of stuff about the Terriers, and they were saying, because I think there's plans to try and get as many of the Terriers. Tell you what, while we're doing this, let's at least look at something interesting. There we go. You can see the back end of a Terrier now. Well, the back end of a goods van, the brake van at least. Yes, so I was talking to somebody who knows a bit about Terriers over the weekend. Because obviously there's the big plans to get them. Is it Terrier 150, which is next year, 150 years since the first Terrier was built. And apparently there's plans to try and get as many of them up and running as possible. And I think Bluebell are trying to get Fenchurch, or the hope is to get Fenchurch running next year, but they're not going to do anything with Stepney. And apparently the reason for that, and this might be a bit of a controversial, well, I don't know. Apparently the reason is the person who owns Stepney, and this is all rumours, by the way, I have no, this is all just people talking, so I'm just repeating the rumours, basically. But apparently the rumour is that they're not going to overhaul Stepney, and they're not going to get him running again. And the reason for that is because in order to do it, they would have to replace so many of the original parts. And the owner is the guy who owns, or whoever owns Stepney, I don't know who they are. Apparently they're not keen on replacing original parts. They want it to all be kept as original as possible. And so essentially that means that Stepney will never run again, sadly, because it sounds like, for as long as it's owned, by this person who doesn't want it to change. Sorry, I'm just trying to switch cameras. Anyway, like I said, that's all, could all be absolute rubbish, and I'm just, repeating things that are completely unfounded. Anyway, hopefully we will see Fenchurch back in service, which would be lovely. Do you know, I have to admit, the Terrier is running really nicely today. So thank you, Kelly. Thank you for suggesting this, because this is it's running really, really well. Henry's Transport Adventures and Beyond says, what about the NRM's Box Hill? I think that might well be a similar situation to Stepney, to be honest. I think the NRM are sort of, unless the engine is called the Flying Scotsman, they don't seem to like replacing original parts. Because that's the reason that they don't want to run Mallard anymore or something, isn't it? So I guess that, yeah, because that's a museum more than anything else, rather than trying to sort of keep engines running. It's a different, yeah. I mean, there's arguments for both. Some people would say, if you're just replacing things over and over again, then, what are you preserving? You're not really preserving anything. Other people would say, it's the engines were sort of altered and changed enough throughout their lives that, actually adding bits to them to keep them running nowadays is just, it's just similar to the maintenance they would have had when they were in service. So there's arguments for both. There's no right or wrong, and it's up to everyone to, make their own choices. So let me, yeah, well, now we've got the Terrier, we shall run that back out of the yard, I think. I'm just going to make some space in the fiddle yard. Which is proving a little bit difficult at the moment, I'll be perfectly honest. It's fine though, I have a plan. Just shuffling some coaches around. So I'll put, while I'm doing that, I'll put this back up on the screen. This is the roster for tonight, so all these engines are available and ready to go. So if you want to see anything like this, if you want to see any of these engines on the stream, do send in a super chat, and yeah, we've got one sort of going spare from Radislaw Sosha, who was kind enough to sort of open his super chat request up to the group. So we shall see. I think last time we did that, we did the schools class. So let's see. Well, maybe we'll do a thing in about 5 minutes to see what everyone wants to run. So, put some stuff in the comments now, and after I've run the Terrier, we shall have a look. I'll have a look at the comments and see what you guys are suggesting. So, yeah, if there's anything out there that you guys want to see. Anyway, for the moment, let's go back here, and we'll just get Stepney running again. And I'm going to shut up for a bit and just let you enjoy him running. Oh, didn't like those points. And there we go, Stepney going past the bridge, or going under the bridge and then past the cannon. And there we go. Okay, let me just sort out. Right. So, like I said, I'll check the comments now and see what people are suggesting. I'm seeing a couple of comments saying they want to see the B2. Trains. Oh, that's the same person. Trains, Planes, Games, Organ that said, "Can you see the B2?" But, oh, hello. Rory Stevens, hello. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, he's donated £2 and he said, can I see the 1F with anything you want, please? Oh, fantastic. Blimey, they're all coming in. Kelly Ashford has donated. Kelly Ashford again, thank you so much, Kelly. And she's donated £5. And she says, double head the 2 Peckett engines with carriages. Right, that's going to be a bit tricky. I haven't set up double heading on my DCC system yet. But I think we could kind of cheat it if I just get them both running at the same time. Right, so I've got to do the Midland 1F, and I've also got to double head the 2 Pecketts. Okay, great. Right, let me figure this out. Okay, let's go to this shot here while I just move some stuff around. Right, where's the Peckett? There it is. Okay, we're all over the place now. So I'm just moving engines around and trying to find... Right, so I have the Midland 1F. Let's get this on those carriages that the J15 was pulling before. What have I done with my... Oh, there it is. I lost my little coupling hook. It had landed on the floor somehow. Right. Let's just unhook this. There we go. Went quiet there for a bit while I was faffing around with things. I tell you what, guys, this will be a hell of a lot easier when I've got the complete circuit of this layout done. Because I'll just be able to set trains up and let them run around the loop a bit, and then be setting up the next one while you guys enjoy the first one. Right, so here we go. The Midland 1F, lovely runner. This. Did you know what? This great. I say this every time, but it wasn't a great runner on. It wasn't a great runner on DC. It was okay, but not great at slow speed. It kept cutting out. On DCC though, absolutely phenomenal loco. Absolutely love running this one now. It's absolutely great to run. I do love that panoramic shot at the bottom there as well. It's really nice. I'm just going to faff around with the points again. So here we go. Nice little 3 carriage train there. And what we'll do is we've got the 1F coming into the station now. You can see that on the top left. And what I think I'll do is couple up the 2 Pecketts to this. So let me do, if I run this, yeah, we'll run that a bit long. Doesn't matter because I'm going to just shunt and release the 1F, so that's fine. I don't need to use the loop. Okie doke. Right, so the 2 Pecketts are in the yard at the moment. So let's go to the yard. You can see we've got the B2 here. The W4 is in the shed. So I'm thinking what we do, let's flip those points and we can get the W4 out straight away and coupled in. Because Kelly wanted to see both of the Pecketts, and hopefully this works. I forget how slow running the Peckett is. It's fantastic. I have to really turn the controller up, otherwise it barely crawls along. There you go. Hopefully you can see it just coming out of the sheds now. Actually, is it on the track properly? Oh yes, it is. It's fine. It's just the coupling hook is a little bit loose on it, so it just needs to be moved a little bit. There we go. Let's see if we can do a nice slow coupling. Not really. I'll get it one day, guys. I'll do a really nice smooth coupling at some point. Okie doke. So now I need to get out the B2 Peckett, which is back in the siding there. So that's hopefully moving now, just sort of on the left of your screen. Well, sort of dead centre really, but here we go. I don't know how double heading is going to... I should really set it up, shouldn't I? But my plan is basically to just turn one engine up and then turn the other engine up and cross my fingers and hope that it works. Which, let's face it, that's my plan with pretty much everything, isn't it? Okay, here it comes. There we go. Try not to bump things too much. I've just about managed to fit them both in the shot. Roof Railway says, I'd love a Peckett in N-gauge. Yeah, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? But it's it would be tiny, wouldn't it? I mean, you'd barely be able to see it at that point, wouldn't you? Given that didn't Bachmann, they were going to do the J72 in N-gauge, and then they gave up because they said it was too small. So yeah, who knows? Righto. Well, I've just realised the time, that it's nearly 8 o'clock already. We've got about 10 minutes. Actually, we'll go a little bit longer because I did faff around at the beginning with some of the technical difficulties. So we'll go maybe 5 or 10 minutes longer. I say every single time I'm going to just go for an hour, and then we keep going along. Right. So after this, I definitely still have to do one more super chat because Radisklaw Sasha opened it up to everybody. So I think what I'll do, because I haven't seen any sort of general consensus, I think everybody, what I'll do now is I will run the, oh, hello, right, sorry, I'm trying to mess around with my app, with the app here, so I can get the, so that I can get the Pecketts next to each other in the app, so that I can do a quick switch between the two of them, which would be handy, but I don't know how to do that. Oh, well, no, I figured it out now, it's all right. There we go. Right, I've sorted that out. Okay, this is going to be a bit dodgy, guys, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Because I haven't seen any sort of general agreement of what everyone wants to see in the chat, because you've all got fantastic individual ideas. What I'm going to say is, everyone, as this train is running, as this Peckett doubleheader is running, let me know what you want to see in the chat. Start putting them in the chat now because there's a bit of a delay. And I will look through the chat, and if there's one that catches my eye, we'll go with that one. Yeah, let's have a look. Right. Okay, we've got the Pecketts. The Pecketts are sorted out. The 1F on the back is uncoupled. We've got the two Pecketts coupled. Okay. Right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get everything set up so I can just hopefully do it. Right, here we go. Cross your fingers, everybody. Right, that one's moving. It's sort of trying to pull the Peckett, and now I'm going to switch to the Peckett, and we're going to get that running as well. Oh, hello! We've got another one. Percy Fan 6 has said, "Can you run the J36 with a goods train?" Oh, fantastic! Absolutely, we can do that. Right, let me just get these engines running a bit quicker. Oh, it'd help if it didn't stall on the points as well. Right. There you go. Right, hopefully you can see that. So I've got to get the J36 running with a goods train. Blimey, the super chats are coming in thick and fast tonight, guys. This is fantastic. Thank you so much for everyone who's been donating and super chatting and support. It really does support the channel and helps me sort of continue to keep doing what I can do. And it allows me to sort of keep making videos and doing these live streams for you as well. So thank you so much. Anyway, hopefully you can see, Kelly, that the Peckett double header actually is sort of working there, isn't it? There we go. They just disappeared. And there we go. Just got to stop them in the fiddle yard. Don't want to burn the motors out. Okie doke. Right, so we've got another super chat to do. Okay, so you've got a little bit of extra time, guys. If there's anything that you need to see. Right, let's get the J36 ready to go. Actually, this is quite handy because it can bring back those wagons that we had at the beginning of the stream. So let's get this up and running fairly shiftily, Shift delete, shift fairly quickly. I was going to say something else there, and it didn't quite work. Much like most of my equipment tonight. There you go. Hopefully you can see the goods train just coming around now. That's with the J36. And this was Percy Fan 6 requested this. So thank you so much, Percy Fan number 6. Here it comes into the station now. Run that into platform 2. We'll just slow it down. And then my plan here, my cunning plan, so to speak, is to switch back to this shot here. Actually, no, we'll stay on the stay on that one just for a bit. I'm going to run it back into the sidings though. There you go, you can just see it coming back into the sidings now. Yeah, guys, I'm going to say if you're spamming comments, that's less likely to make me to choose your request. So if you just, you know, if even the mods are having difficulty keeping up with all the messages, you know, you just need to say it once and I will go through them and have a look. I know you guys are excited and that's great, that's fantastic, but, you know, just remember, be sensible. Okie doke, let's get the J36. We'll just tell you what we'll do. We'll just run that back. We can see the rust in there. I'm just going to run it back into the other siding. Just kind of keep it out of the way for the moment, really. There we go. Just slow that one down. It looks on that shot like it's really close to the Ruston, but actually it's not. There's a good sort of half a foot between the two. Right. Well, we've got a lone Midland 1F up here, so I think really we should get him into the sheds because he's sort of just hanging around really. And then we've still got to do Radislaw Sosha's sort of gift bag donation is what I'm calling it. Gift bag request. I don't know. There we go. So who was it that requested this? I'm sorry, with everything that's going on tonight, there have been so many super chats that come in, I can't remember the name of who suggested this. But let me have a quick look on my list here. Oh, Rory Stevens. Thank you so much, Rory Stevens. I do like running the Midland 1F. There we go. Percy Fan number 6 says, my local railway has the only survivor of the class of the J36. Sadly, it's in a museum. Yes, now is that Maud? I know it's at the Scottish Railway. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one. But yeah, that's a real shame. I thought it was, I didn't realise it was in a museum. I thought it was, you know, was just under overhaul or something. But you never know. Maybe we might see it in the future. Right. So I've got to do a final super chat. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to run. Unless I see anything come in immediately in the next few minutes, I'm just going to run what I want for this super chat. So I'm going to take Radislaw Sosha's donation for myself. Right. So yeah. Let's do that then. So I think that's pretty much everything. What are we? It's nearly 8 o'clock now, so yeah, we'll go with that. Sorry, I'm just sorting things out in the fiddle yard again, trying to get everything working. I'm going to keep it a surprise though. I'm not going to tell you what it is until it's ready to go. Let's go to here and then hopefully you can see it straight away when it comes around the corner. Okay, you ready guys? It's starting to move. And it stopped. Here we go, it's coming again now, for real this time. What's it going to be? Hey, it's the P-Class! And it's got the birdcage coaches on it. I know Radislaw Sasha likes this one, he's requested it before, so that's why I decided to run this. And also because I love the P-Class and I love these coaches as well. So hopefully you'll all like it. There we go. I think we'll run this in and then run it back out again. Percy Fan 6 says, I think I might get an Oxford Rail J27. They look good. Yes, they do, don't they? I'm looking forward to getting one of those as well. And do you know what? The Oxford Rail stuff, I'm almost convinced that they've got their prices wrong because I think they're charging like £80 for that loco or something. Maybe I've got that wrong. Oh, do you know? Right, a little bit of an issue here, guys. Right, gonna have to have a bit of a think on that one. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but if I do this, you can see me faffing around with trying to uncouple it. Now, this room is on a little bit of a slope. It's slightly lower at this end of the room than it is right up at the other end. The problem is that the Bachmann birdcage coaches are so freewheeling that whenever I try to uncouple the P-Class, they just recouple again. So what I'm going to have to do is cheat a little bit, and I'm just going to use my coupling hook as a sort of a chock, almost. Is that going to work? It's kind of worked. Right, let's do it quick. Let's move it quickly before it all falls apart. This is the most. This is not a problem I expected to have, honestly. There you go. So you can see the P-Class in the head shunt now. Lovely, beautiful runner now that I've got this one sorted out. If you remember, last time I ran this on the stream for Radislaw Sasha, it was a bit jerky because I'd put the DCC chip. I'd been messing around with the DCC chip, and I'd put it back in a bit wrong. And yeah, but now I've sorted it out again. I just hadn't seated the motor in properly, which doesn't help. So now I put the motor back in properly. It's all working fine. So let's run this nice and slowly with this one. It's not. I mean, I know that the P-Class probably wouldn't have been seen with these birdcage coaches, but I do like the idea of, you know, of sort of being able to run something that's sort of semi-prototypical. Oh, hello. Blimey, we can't stop tonight. We're getting super chats left, right, and centre. Kelly Ashford again, thank you so much. She says, hope you'll get a GWR Steamy. I'm a GWR fan. Oh, fantastic. Well, that's great to know you're a GWR fan then. Do you know what? I don't really have many. I would run something GWR for you, but I don't really have any Great Western engines. Well, I've got my Hogwarts Express somewhere, but it hasn't got a DCC chip in it, and actually I'm not entirely sure that it runs anyway. It probably needs its wheels clean. So yeah, maybe I'll have to hold on to that. But thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to see? Because as I say, I don't have. This is everything that I have. So if there's anything you would like to see, do let me know. But you've only got a couple of minutes because I did say I would stop, sort of just about 10 past. I'm going to stop. So if you can get one in there sort of quickly, I'll keep an eye. You don't have to send another super chat in. Just send a message in, and I'll keep an eye out for you in the chat, Kelly, and hopefully. if it's one of those engines that's on screen now, I'll more than happily run that for you. Anyway, back to the P class. And yeah, guys, if anyone wants to get a super chat in now, this is your last chance. So, because I'm going to be stopping soon. I do hope you've enjoyed tonight's live stream. I think I sort of jokingly put out a post earlier on saying, do feel free to join me for a bit of chaos. I was joking when I put that post out, but actually it has been chaos here. Ooh, that was a bit of a bumpy one. And I've now got to remember to remove my little coupling hook from the end. Sorry, the coupling hook has now got stuck underneath the carriages. Right, there we go. Okay, let me push the P class back into shot. There we go. Hand of God. Right, so let's run the P class. There we go. HO Scale Modeler says, I can send you a GWR locomotive. Please don't do that. I would never recommend anyone send... Oh, hello. That engine has decided to stop all of a sudden. Why is it done? There we go. Right, it's off again now. Yeah, please don't send me locos, guys. Well, you haven't got any way to send me, but... okay. Oh, right. That carriage is derailed. That's why. Apologies. Yeah, this P-Class is upstaging me a little bit at the moment. Here we go. Let's get it running again. Yeah, like I was saying, guys, don't send me locos. Enjoy them for yourselves. I know it's sort of people like the idea of being able to send in their locos and seeing them run on specific layouts and stuff, but the pressure is just too much. You know, if it gets shipped to me and it arrives broken, or if it gets shipped back, or if it just gets lost, you know, locos aren't cheap anymore. So they were never cheap for some. So you know, yeah, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I think hold on to it yourself. Hold on to it. That said, I am looking into getting. Oh, sorry, I pressed a button on the remote. I'm trying to talk and control trains at the same time is not one of my fortes. That said, I am looking into getting a pannier tank. I would love to get a pannier tank, and so because I've worked with the Heritage Rail I used to volunteer at ages and ages ago. They got I can't remember what it was, but it was a pannier of some sort. But I know there's like the 16XX and the 64XX and all the different types. And then also the Heritage Railway that I now volunteer at, they also had one over Christmas as well for the Santa specials before they all got cancelled. So yeah. Madden Steam Railways, on the topic of GWR loco, says, did you know that the locomotive on Hogwarts Express is actually Alton Hall? Yes, indeed it is. And I think the classic bit of trivia that gets run around is that even though it's called Hogwarts Castle, the loco, it's not actually a castle class of locomotive, it's a hall class, which is why it's called Alton Hall. So you would have thought that, well, I mean, you know, aside from the fact that it's a GWR, you know, it's a Great Western loco running you know, up to Scotland, makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But you know, it's a novel. It's a set of fancy. Anyway, right. Oh, we've got another super chat up. Kelly Ashford again. Oh, the 57XX pannier tank is available on eBay. Is it really? Well, maybe I'll have to have a look out for that then and see what the sort of prices that they're going for. So yeah, I'll have to have a look out for that. Right. So I think let's finish off. We'll finish off with one final train. Let's finish as we started is what I was going to say there. As I just managed to whack the top of one of my coaches, which was not ideal. But let's just to finish off, we'll run the J15 again because I like it, and it's a great little loco. Right, so here we go then. This is going to be the last train of the night, everyone. So thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in. I really do enjoy doing these live streams when they do go right. At least I've enjoyed it tonight as well. Now, Is this going to run? For some reason it doesn't seem to want to. Oh, there we go. Don't know why I didn't like, just for some reason didn't like that bit of track. So hopefully you can see the J15. This is the first train we ran tonight, was the J15, or nearly the first train. And we'll finish off with this one tonight because it's such a good looking engine and such a nice smooth runner. So thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in. Thank you so much to everybody who has sent in super chats as well. Really is fantastic. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. There's some really exciting stuff coming up really soon, guys. So keep an eye out for Sunday's video rather. And hopefully you'll enjoy that one. And yeah, we've got a few more episodes of the Model Railway Basics series to come as well. Oh, I've just realised that. There we go. Flip that point. So we'll stop that there. We'll have a look. Here you go. You can see in the head shunt there is you can see the J15 in the head shunt there. Lovely little run of this. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We've gone for a little bit longer than I intended to, but it's all good. I do enjoy doing these. Right, so yeah, like I said, I've just got to remember I have talked about everything that I was intending to talk about. Great. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Yes, like I said, we've got another episode, hopefully, of Model Railway Basics coming out over the next few weeks. Hopefully you're going to see some progress on the modular on this layout as well. Yeah, some exciting stuff has been happening over the last few days with this, and so as a result, it's well, yes, there's going to be big changes to the layout very soon. Hopefully, you're going to see lots of progress happening here. So yeah, that's very exciting. And yeah, hopefully there'll be a few more episodes of the modular model railway coming very soon. As always, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, it's been absolutely great, and hopefully we'll see you for the 4,000 subscriber live stream special very, very soon. So thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in, and I will see you in my next video on Sunday. Bye for now, though.